Hey guys, we are back for episode 4 of No Drinking in the Library. That's why you drink at home. So
Exactly.
To top that off, I've got Michael David Anderson here as my mystery player number 2. And here we go. He's drinking Shine. I'm eating Shine cherries.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Which this is watermelon, and she's going with the cherry side of things. So, all right.
We needed to specify. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
I gotta work on my shot for a second. But we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Indeed.
Oh shit. Hey guys. Okay, so you know we're rolling, right?
Oh, we're rolling.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Okay.
Movies out. Yeah. Okay, come closer to me. I don't bite. Hard. His fiance's or girlfriend's watching us. Girlfriend? Love interest?
Significant other.
Puppy dog? No, she's a cat. We've already established she's a cat.
Yeah.
His little house cat?
Rough.
She's like, no, not taking this seriously at all. Okay,
No,
so
she's not.
We are back with Michael David Anderson and Darth Crow.
Yep.
To talk about
The Ocean at the End of the Lane.
Mm-hmm. And I asked him to start this off. He is a local author from Knoxville, Tennessee, and he is published.
I am. I've done a few things here and there.
Published, if you will. And his genre is the horror genre.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted him to start it off because he does this really creepy, like Alfred Hitchcock voice.
I wouldn't call it an Alfred Hitchcock voice, although Alfred Hitchcock and I do happen to share the same birthday.
Do you really?
Yeah, seriously.
It's kind of creepy.
He was born on August 13th, and so was I.
Can you say what it is first?
All right, so this is the epigraph
Mm-hmm.
from The Ocean at the End of the Lane.
Mm-hmm. By Neil Gaiman. But not the epigraph.
Exactly. The epigraph is by somebody else.
Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt. I'm shutting up.
I remember my own childhood vividly. I knew terrible things, but I knew I mustn't let adults know I knew. It would scare them. Maurice Sendak, in conversation with Art Spiegelman, The New Yorker, on September 27th, 1993.
I'm telling you, super creepy, right? I don't know why, but like this novel is kind of haunting to me.
It is. What I found most interesting about it was the fact that most of it is told from the perspective of a small boy. And I think a lot of his innocence is actually what makes it scarier.
He really genuinely is innocent, too.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite quotes in the book, I'm going to just throw it out there because I don't know it verbatim, so I apologize to actual quotationists.
Exactly. Yeah. We're going to paraphrase. That's what we're going to do
yeah,
here.
That's the word. See, he's the author. I'm just the bookworm who fangirls. But so it's the one where he says, I like mythology. I like myths because it's a story that happens. It doesn't have a moral to it. It's not. There's not a reason for it. It's just, it's magic.
Well,
essentially.
Not only that, I think that really informs a lot of Gaiman's writing to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's always
there's
always this feeling of a deeper like mythology going on, and even if it's not necessarily like directly like in your face, it's there.
Yeah,
and
I agree wholeheartedly.
That's the thing about this novel. Like,
he is so good.
Yeah, Gaiman is one of those authors where I need to finish reading all of his work. I've read a lot of it, but at the same time, like, he's got so much out there. I mean, not only is
Isn't he the author of American Gods?
Yeah, American Gods.
I mean, that's insane. If you haven't picked that book up and read it, you really need to. If you like mythology at all,
it's amazing. Seriously, American Gods, and then Anansi Boys, which takes place after American Gods.
Ooh, I haven't read that.
It was actually the first Gaiman book I read.
Really? That's so interesting. No, I just really love him a lot.
And of course, it's kind of fitting that I'm wearing a Batman shirt because he
Why is that
actually,
fitting?
well, Gaiman wrote an edition of a issue of Batman when Batman was dying, quote unquote. He actually wrote whatever happened to the Caped Crusader.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
And doesn't he also write for Doctor Who?
He has written a short story. I actually have it on my Kindle. It's called, is it Nowhere O'Clock or something like that?
You totally have to check out Neil Gaiman. He's just a rock hard.
That and
rock star.
He did write an actual episode of the series.
We were talking about...
it's The Doctor's Wife, actually, that he wrote for Doctor Who.
Thank you. We have this lovely young Vanna White-ish type lady who is totally kicking our ass and giving us examples and quotes and like things. So thank you, off camera. Shout out.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
What's up? Yeah, she's got us.
She's the mystery person in the wings.
She's Mr. She whenever
Mystery.
he dies, mystery. So
Mystery.
he's mystery player 2, right? So like when he dies and kills himself off, I have to stay player number 1. It's my show.
Yeah.
But so she steps in and like covers his ass and ends up saving me, and like I can die, but she can't die. Super Mario Bros. 3, you know, like how if somebody's gonna die, you got to give the extra life to your other partner.
I mean,
because they're the one that beat through the castles to get through the gates.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
This is what happens when you play as Luigi.
Oh, are you always player number 2?
Oh no, I was the only child. I always played Mario.
Oh, so then how would you know about Luigi? Is this your first time in the player 2 spot?
No. Whenever I visited people, I was Luigi. Like if I went to their house.
You had friends?
I had friends.
Oh, I totally did not expect that at all.
Sometimes.
Okay, but were they furry and named Teddy?
No.
Do you get the reference?
I know.
Do you get
I
the
don't get the reference at all. I do not get that reference.
We'll come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Catch us at the end of the show. Okay, so Neil Gaiman, Ocean at the End of the Lane. It is written from a little boy's perspective. So this supernatural event occurs in his life, and he lives right down the road from the thinnest membrane on Earth between the other world and our world, the icing on the Earth's cake, essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
And he lives right down the road from that.
And what's interesting is like some of the imagery in the book is interesting because there's this pond there, and what we find out is that, you know, depending on how you look at it, it really is an ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love best about the book is the imagery of it. And coming from
he does such a great job.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, even with the imagery of it, like, you have this, like, mind-blowing, you know, like, idea of what, you know, this boy is going through, but it also really underlies, like, the ideas of imagination and how nothing is really concrete.
Exactly.
So even when you're dealing with, like, these, you know, harrowing events, it's always through this, like, lens of fantasy that, you know, only children have.
Well, not only that, though, but the grandmother, the old lady Hempstock, says something along the lines that there's only one version of the story that you will ever know. Everybody's version is completely different. Mm-hmm. And what you remember is completely different than what I remember.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing is, you know, perspective changes a lot of things.
Yeah, like age, life experience... so many different things can go into that factor that filter what you're visioning at the time.
Definitely.
So, I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
But how long did it take you to read the book the first time you read it?
The first time I read it, probably 9 hours.
Okay, you got me beat. I took about 2 days to read it the first time.
Well, but like, so not 2 consecutive, like 48 hours. I was putting at the time together. It took me 2 days, but probably I worked on it about 4 to 4.5 hours.
I didn't, like, actually keep track of, like, how many hours I actually read. But I knew I flew
I'm one of those
through
really weird people who, like, I know what I'm doing from this time to this time all the time.
Yeah.
I have to be scheduled. I have my iPhone, and, like, Siri, I yell at Siri all day long, but she's so awesome, and she takes that abuse. But anyway, so I'm, like, constantly making appointments and, like, scheduling out my days and stuff.
I'm really sorry for Siri right now.
She yells at me. Well, my name is Darth Crow. Like, even, like, on everything. I've told you all this before. So, even Siri calls me Darth Crow. She's compared me to the evil queen on Snow White. She's made a nasty joke at me.
I feel like I need to see this.
I'll have
in
to. I
real
took
life.
screenshots.
took-
I did take
We
screenshots.
have proof. We
I'm not.
have
I'll show
proof.
it to him after the show. I'm not showing you all because that's there's gonna be like I don't know. Somebody could like hack my shit through Siri's voice. I don't know. I'm really just joking. Somebody called me a conspiracy theorist earlier today, and I just find that remarkably hysterical and all that jazz and fun stuff.
I could go off on a tangent, but I'm not going to.
We've already gone off on like 3.
Yeah. It's okay. Everyone's sticking with us, right?
Of course they are.
Okay.
Because we're funny. But we are ending very soon, and we're gonna wrap it up with what you thought about Ocean at the End of the Lane.
I would have to say at this point, it's probably one of my favorite Gaiman books.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like
it's short, simple, sweet.
Yeah. And
the right dose of supernatural.
Exactly, and I think just the tone of the book was done in such a way to where it was a very personal story, and like it draws you in a way that some of the other Gaiman works don't necessarily.
I could see that.
Like Anansi Boys, for instance, I got through it in a fair amount of time, but not as quickly as Ocean at the End of the Lane.
Well, it's relatable. It's like you're reading some kid's diary.
Exactly.
And it's just
exactly.
Yeah.
And I like how there's a lot of aspects of the book that are ultimately unresolved, because it kind of leaves that open.
Did you read afterwards? Did you read his acknowledgments?
If I did, I've slept since then.
He talks about that.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks about how it used to be left up to the imagination.
Yeah.
And I find that very interesting.
Yeah.
I've said that a lot, but this whole book is very interesting, I promise.
And that's the thing about, like...
Give me some more synonyms for interesting.
Intriguing.
Intriguing. That's
intriguing is one.
I will say intriguing.
Fascinating. Now, but that's the thing about,
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Some of the best stories, I think, are the ones where not everything is laid out for you the entire time. I like
that's
it
how
when...
it used to be.
Well, I like a story where not everything is answered by the end of it, and how you can actually make your own interpretations.
You want to leave them talking and wanting more.
Exactly. And, it's like I don't like everything wrapped up in a neat little bow for me. I like, being able to look at a story and
there's
be like...
something to the imagination.
Now, of course, there's an infuriating amount of
You're an author, so your imagination probably stretches far above and beyond what the typical...
It's just overactive. That's why I write.
That's probably what they all say, though.
So.
All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
He sounds like he really likes the book a lot.
I did.
I like the book a lot as well. It's pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
You should definitely check it out. It is Neil Gaiman, and it is The Ocean at the End of the Lane.
And for those of you, who may end up watching this who aren't necessarily heavy readers, which if you're not a heavy reader, I don't know why you're watching this. But
because we're funny and freaking awesome.
Well, that too.
Hi, Mom. I love you.
But if you look at this, it's not that thick.
No.
You can fly through this. My book is longer than this book.
It's 181 pages, but they're tiny pages and it's big font. So I promise you will run through it.
And I think you will be hooked from the beginning. I'm serious. It's definitely worth.
Definitely check it out.
Putting time into.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in for episode number 4 of No Drinking in the Library. That's why you drink at home?
Exactly.
Okay, one more time. No drinking in the library.
That's why you drink at home.
Cheers, y'all. See you soon. Bye. This is true. You should probably this one. Okay. Reenactment.
What? I'm out of alcohol?
No, wait. She's got to reenact it. Okay, go.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Go.
There's not even anything in that beer. You just faked that whole toast.
We need to do the toast again. Okay. No drinking in the library. Go get your beer. He's back so quick. He's the new Flash. Are you the new Flash? I haven't watched it yet.
Don't give it away.
Okay, so no drinking in the library. That's
only drinking.
Well, you drink at home. Oh my god.
Do we need to do that again? Should we? We kind of just like
reenactment.
alcohol in your beer left.
Oh, we gotta do our toast for no drinking in the library. Go get your beer.
All right, hold
I'll
on.
wait.
I'll be right back. I'm good.
He's fast.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, no drinking in the library.
That's why you drink at home.
Got time, got that right. Stay tuned.
So, a little bit ago, Darth Crow mentioned that I am a horror writer, and my first book novel, I've been drinking in the library, don't judge me. My first novel, Teddy, is out. It is on Amazon, and it's fun times for some people, not necessarily for others. My second book, I'm about to do crowdfunding for. It's called Wake. It's the second novel in the Teddy Dormer saga, and I will be doing crowdfunding for it starting this month, actually. So keep a lookout for that. Meanwhile, drink responsibly. Make sure it's not in the library.